sun is just starting to come up. Should be perfect time to go kayaking. I can't remember if that's the record for me or not. Either way, still needs improvement. Even if it was a record, it didn't count because I hadn't installed the fat floats yet. It's not technically what Top Tech calls them. That's what I call them though, because I use them because I'm fat. Just in case. So I don't sink. You know, some people would be nervous being in a park all alone. It's still kind of dark out and finding random knives. I am one of those people. I just leave that alone. Here we go. Honestly, always a little surprised when I can float on this thing. This is, those of you unfamiliar with Tuk Tek, this is one of a few different foldable kayaks. It's basically plastic that's folded in origami shape into kayak shape. So, yeah, it's always a little surprising when it works, but I'm not complaining. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. I'm trying a new mount I made for my phone. I used a bunch of GoPro parts, which I don't use anymore, so I had all these extra GoPro parts. I put them together, hooked it to my life jacket, and it's almost assuredly gonna break. That's the theory. But until it does, let's go check out what animal is crossing the lake up here. I don't know what animal this is up here. Last time I was at this lake, I saw some, what I think are muskrats? I'm not sure if that makes sense for Minnesota or not. If you know, please feel free to comment. But yeah, I see one. Let me see if I can get a closer look at it. They don't necessarily love me out here, but that's all right. Try to be subtle, respect their space. Oh, there seems to be a little family. All right. See how close I can get to this family. Sometimes you get close and they jump out near the kayak. I assume to try to scare the crap out of me, because that's the effect it has. Or it's just a coincidence. It's a really beautiful day out here today. It's supposed to storm later, because, you know, it's supposed to storm almost every day lately here in Minnesota. But yeah, a really nice day. Ooh. I don't know if muskrats eat turtles, but they certainly seemed interested in that bird. That bird got out of there fast. Interesting. I should get out of this area. I feel like I'm in their space. There, we got a pretty good look at him. Oops, there he goes. I really should learn to shut up. Anyway, you saw what they look like. hopefully. Good little beach. Well, my little mounting experiment hasn't broken yet. It is kind of leaning in a weird sort of way. I can't leave this video on the whole time. I wish I could, because at some point it's going to be really dramatic when this thing falls off my life vest. Maybe even goes in the water. I'll have to dive in. There's a stick up there. I call it crane stick. It looks like a crane. So I get tricked into going over there to check it out, make sure it's not a crane, it's a stick. And yet, here I go again. Yeah, that's definitely a stick and not any kind of exotic bird. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh, is that a turtle over there? I don't know. Be nice if a few of them survived the muskrats. I don't think it is though. You know, I give Minnesota a lot of crap. I grew up in Wisconsin, which is basically the same place, but Minnesotans and Wisconsins act like they're completely different. So, kind of a rivalry thing, I guess. But it really is a beautiful state. There's a lot going on here. The whole point of this series is just to get out on some of the lakes and mellow out, share it so that you can mellow out too. I don't know. It's hard to mellow out nowadays. That's the idea anyway. I'm also very critical of my work shift because so often I'm awake when other people are sleeping. Particularly my wife, who, God bless her, is okay with that. Sometimes it seems like she prefers it. But no, she's very, very kind to me. But yeah, it's kind of nice and for things like this. I'm sure there'd be hundreds of people here on a weekend. But today it's just me. I know from experience that at some point some jogger is going to go around the trail that goes around this lake and he's going to say, "Hey there," and I'm going to get totally freaked out because I wasn't expecting it. And despite being a big guy, I seem to get freaked out pretty easily. For a moment anyway. Hence the reason to get mellow. I don't see a lot of birds today. I hear them. They're out there. Let's see if we can get close to this bird. At least close enough that you know what bird I'm talking about. That'd be nice. It's pretty amazing this rigged up GoPro iPhone thing is working. When it does fail, the secret will be not to freak out. If I freak out and try to catch the phone, which as an ex-juggler I am wont to do with many things, it will go in the lake. And then I will have to go in the lake and try to find it. Really test out that Find My iPhone feature. But if I just stay calm, the phone will land in my lap. There's probably a lesson in being zen there somewhere. I'm not going to look into it. if you enjoy these little mellow lake trips I'm taking you on, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you'd enjoy them more if I didn't talk, totally get that. Please let me know in the comments. If you'd enjoy them more if I talked more, then I don't even know what to say to that. You probably need some help. But thanks, let me know that too. I will talk more. Just, you know, I'm not doing this for money or anything. I'm just making little videos, teach myself how to edit, share my adventures since I'm not a fisherman. Thinking of bringing out magnets next time and trying some magnet fishing. That might be something I could do. But for now, I'm gonna make little videos. Maybe make something that you can fall asleep to. Should probably be good if you have trouble falling asleep. I've been told I'm a natural at making people fall asleep. I try to take it as a compliment. Trying to catch those geese. Not that you haven't seen geese before. Still, thought it'd be kind of cool since you could hear them. Let's see what else we got going on here. Kind of a cool stick thing. Reminds me of the opening of Tales from the Dark Side. There's another side. Just as real, but not as brightly lit. The dark side. Anyone? No? Anyone? Pretty happy with how my phone is hanging on this life jacket. It's working well. I can show you things like this that I'm not expecting. Oh, this gets shallow. You guys see that crane? Stork or egret, I don't know. Not great with birds. It's pretty cool though. I've noticed in the past though, those guys tend to get away pretty quickly when they see people. I saw another muskrat up here, or whatever they are. Let's go find out and bug him for a while. Oh, there's some joggers. This is going to be a lot of footage to edit. You guys think you're bored. try to listen to this over and over again while you edit it. Puts me to sleep though, which is nice. Usually I have to watch Rick and Morty. Weird, I know, I just find it comforting. That's exciting. This thing's just a little baby. It's pretty small compared to the ones I saw before, which means pissed off mom's probably around here somewhere. One of the fears with these tuk-tuk kayaks is the dreaded buckling. They talk about how, for some people, I think it depends on the quality of the plastic, or it's hard to tell how often it happens, but some of these kayaks apparently will buckle a little. And then water gets in, and then people freak out, and then they return the kayak. And most people say that customer service is really good about it. They'll just send you a new kayak. You send out the old one, which is cool. I've never had that problem. I've always worried about it. It's part of the reason I bought these fat floats, or whatever they're called. But I do think I'm getting some buckling, which is kind of crazy. See if I can show it here. I don't think that's supposed to do that. It's kind of coming in like that. I don't know if you could see that. Talk about shaky cam. But if that is buckling, then it's not that bad. Hopefully that's all I'll ever have to experience with it. But I guess we'll see. I'll start heading back. Have trucks. Can't believe I have to work tonight. Oh well. Life can't all be sunrises and lake kayaking. Well, the world's waking up again. We're not even alone on the lake anymore. It's bound to happen. Is that for owls? What? I don't know what that's for. Again, tell me in the comments if you know what that's for. I'm sure it's important though. Get some nature out here again. Really sad about the turtles though. I feel bad for the turtles. Hopefully they're around. They're just at a stage where they're not popping up as much. You know, life moves pretty fast. If you don't get out on a kayak on a lake once in a while, you might miss it. Stuck in the gunk. Again. My fat floats are picking up a lot of stuff too. Oh, look at this. We're about to get off the kayak, and this phone hookup thing I jerry-rigged, it's still working. Probably looks pretty embarrassing, but it's still working. We still have footage to catch. Wonder if I can hit this on the first try. Where have all the turtles gone? Long time passing.